Welcome everyone, Jim Williams here, coming to you from the beautiful paradise of Central Florida. JWW on the move. JWW on the move. Today is Sunday, February the 15th, 2026. And today I'm going to take you on a journey into the past, going back to 2013. Now, what was happening in 2013? I was driving an 18-wheeler back in that day. I had traveled all over the country. I was in Louisiana on this particular day when I received word that Adam had completed his 500th consecutive day of vlogging since he started about a year and a half earlier. Started in July of 2012. Now here it is, November 2013. And he just passed 500, and I wanted to celebrate that. So I decided to get my camera out of the truck, and I got out, and I decided to humorously mock and spoof Adam the Woo to celebrate his 500th consecutive daily vlog. Welcome everyone. It's not Adam the Woo. And it's not his second channel, his daily blog channel. It's not the Daily Woo. No, this is not Adam the Woo. No, Adam the Woo will not be found on this video. Adam the Woo is not going to be heard on this video. You will not see him or hear from him on this video. Adam the Woo is somewhere in Florida gallivanting around, mimicking his gestures and mimicking his terminology that, he invented for all the rest of us to copy later. I thought I did pretty good. And doing some great videotaping. He's doing great entertaining content. He's doing educational and exciting content. And me, I'm just here in Louisiana. Next, as Adam would customarily do, he invited his subscribers to come along with him in his adventures. So I did the same thing in Adam-like fashion. But if I were Adam the Woo, I would invite you to enjoy this day with me, this next few moments, to live it vicariously through me. Yes, you, sir, and yes, you, ma'am, and yes, you, little child. Yes, you would live vicariously through me, through these next few moments. And I would say to you, join me, shall you? Then I attempted to utilize as many wooisms as I could think of that Adam would use or had been using at that particular time in my video, spoofing him. So I injected his phrases that ultimately one day would become catchphrases of his that everybody would recognize, and most people who were dedicated fans of Adam would insert into their own vocabulary. And I will show you things interesting and things boring, like this fence. This fence is here for a reason, and I don't know what that reason is. That did not make any sense, did it? Look over here, another thing. Look at this. Look. A trash can secured to the ground so the wind won't blow it away. Yes, but that's not the most exciting thing that I wanted to show you. I want to show you something that you have probably never actually seen before. And you are going to see it today vicariously through me. And you are going to be so excited. You are going to be so
so excited when I show you this amazing piece of machinery. Do you know what this thing is? Look at that. Do you know what that's called? Do you know that that's called a horse head oil drill? A horse head oil drill. And the reason it's called a horse head oil drill is because it looks like a horse's head dipping down into the water trough, sucking up oil so that people can drive their cars and their trucks and their SUVs and their little Volkswagens and the Yugos. Do they still make Yugos? I don't even know. I don't even know if they make a Yugo.
But after about 3.5 minutes of doing that, the old man's memory began to fade, and I began to struggle with my creativity. It was fading fast, and I was struggling to create content on the fly, which I really wasn't very good at then, and am not very good at now either. Not like my masterful son. He was always calm. He was always poised. He was always positioned. He was always present. He was always postured. Adam just sort of knew how to do it. Adam had the unique skill of pointing a camera at an obvious object and then stating the obvious about that object, and then he had a way of making it come alive right before your eyes. Quite the entertainer. Obviously, I don't have his gift. Watch this.
Isn't that exciting? Look at this thing. This is a tree. And it's not just any ordinary tree. It's this tree. This tree stands here by this fence. And this horsehead oil well. What an exciting adventure this has been. Too bad Adam the Woo couldn't be here. Too bad Adam the Woo couldn't be here to say, subscribe all around, subscribe all around, subscribe all around. And if you want to get a t-shirt, buy 2 t-shirts and send me one, okay? And get one of those bobblehead Adam the Woo dolls. There are no bobblehead Adam the Woo dolls. But if there were, you could get one. I am so glad that we were able to get together today. I am so glad that Adam the Woo wasn't here, but I could be here with you vicariously and see things that maybe you had never seen before. What a day. What a day.
After having a little bit of fun with Adam, I decided I wanted to say something serious.
Let me be serious for just a second. On the 12th or 13th, I forget which day it was, Adam reached a great mark in his YouTube videotaping career. He passed 500 consecutive days without missing a day of daily videos. 500. Now that's quite an accomplishment when you stop to figure. Most people don't do anything more than a few days. He's done this now for over 500 days. And I just wanted to say, son, I am proud of that. Follow your dream, buddy. Follow your dream. I'm so proud of Adam. And I'm also proud of his sister, Faith. She's following her dream. Going to college. Getting a nursing degree. How cool is that? Proud of you too, sweetheart. I love you. I love both of you. Love my wife. What a gorgeous, beautiful wife I have. Loves me, takes care of me. Man alive, I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. Well, I'm going to go now. I kind of had fun spoofing around with Adam on this. I hope you enjoyed it. Looky here. Now's the fun part. here's the fun part. You leave some comments down below. If you enjoy my videos, great. Thank you so much for watching. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It just suddenly got dark. Not because the sun is going out. No, no, no. I walked into the shadow of my trailer.
And that's not the only record that Adam actually set. Actually, Adam would go on to record a daily vlog for 5 straight years, from July 2012 through July 2017. 5 consecutive years straight, every day, without fail, a daily vlog. And he set some other personal best records. He went to all 50 states by the time he was age 50. And he followed the Tampa Bay Rays over a 2-year season, two seasons, 2 years worth of seasons, however you say that. He was able to go to every Major League Baseball stadium by following one team. He didn't just go to every stadium. He went to every stadium by following his team when they played there. That's quite an accomplishment. Those comments congratulating Adam on his 500 consecutive days sounded very similar to comments I made at the end of our 10-day father-son road trip. When I ended that road trip with these words. Basically, I just wanted to end the video by giving some thanks. First of all, I want to thank God, my Heavenly Father, for allowing me to live these many years in order to be able to experience this with you, son. He has providentially cared for me, kept me alive all this time. He's given me a beautiful, faithful wife, 2 wonderful children, adult children that actually are productive in society and are constructive in their life, and he's blessed them in those ways. And also that he has put it in your mind to do this trip. And this wasn't my idea. This was Adam's idea. Something he'd been cooking on for 2 or 3 years, and finally that my health improved to a point that we could make the trip. It's been a blessing all the way around. So I want to give thanks to God first. But then I want to thank you, son, for following your dream. You had different dreams than I had. And you followed your dreams. You have made your dreams come true. And that's part of the reason we're able to do this. I've got a note here to make sure I said how much I've learned to appreciate how hard you work at what you do. I never understood that. Seeing what he does behind the scenes it's just amazing. Again, the word appreciation is the only thing I can think of. And how fast you walk. Thank you for being so patient with the old man and just waiting for me and trying to help me up steps and all these things. Your skill and your depth of mastery of your craft has been inspiring to me, son. And thank you for sharing yourself. Again, we have laughed more than we've laughed, I guess, in years. And it's just been a great, great time. It has been. I am so glad I said those things to my son. I want to encourage you. If you have children, especially if you have adult children, I want to encourage you to always express your love to them. There was a practice that I took up back several years ago. I started it with my wife, and then I let it bleed over to my son and daughter. Every time I would see my son, Adam, of course, it didn't quite work the same way with Faith because she lived in another state and we didn't see each other periodically except maybe a couple of times a year. But with Adam, every time he would come over to the house, and he usually came over to eat, when Adam would come over to visit with his mom and dad, when he came to the house, I would hug Adam, physically put my arms around him and hug him. I would welcome him to the house, and I would tell him that I loved him. And when the evening was done and he was ready to leave, I stood up with him again, and we hugged one another again. And I told him, son, I love you. Because I did not ever want there to be a day when I didn't see him again, where he never understood that I loved him. I wanted him to know that I loved him. I know a lot of parents and a lot of children who do not have that kind of relationship. I know parents that won't speak with their kids, kids that won't speak with their parents. So I'm just urging you, in this circle of goodness that we keep talking about, start with your own family. Hug your children. Say the words, I love you, sweetheart. I love you, son. So they clearly understand what they mean to you. Because, my friend, there may well come a day when you'll get a knock on your door and you'll never see your child again. So let's do that then, okay? Start pouring out your love on your children and your spouse so they have no doubts about what you think of them. A couple of announcements before we leave. Number one, there is now an official Adam the Woo Mercs website. That's right. Adam's sister has taken the bull by the horns and has set up an official Adam the Woo Merc website. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Go check it out. The stuff that's there you can obtain, and there will be more stuff to come. Thanks, Faith. Way to be on the ball, baby doll. And number two, by now you have heard about the March 8th celebration of life for Adam in California. I'm going to put another link, a second link, down, a video by Justin Scard explaining the details. You need to check that out. That'll answer all your questions. Thank you, Justin, for stepping out like that, using your efforts and your time to clarify what there were a lot of questions. You've clarified it immensely well in that video. Kudos to you, my friend. Well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to go out and put goodness in your world. Smile at somebody. Encourage a friend. Pay for the guy in line behind you at the drive-thru. Do some goodness in the world and see what happens. If the Lord wills, we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Wow.
Great.